Hello everyone, myself Kuldeep Singh and today we will discuss about phytogeographical regions of India. Before starting phytogeographical regions of India, I would like to tell you phytogeography. Phytogeography is the branch of biogeography which deals with the origin, geographical distribution and environmental interrelationships of plants. It is also the study of distribution of plant species and elucidation of origin of flora. There are the two major approach to study of phytogeography. Like the first one, that is descriptive or static phytogeography, that describe the actual distribution of plants in different part of the world. And the second, it is interpretive or dynamic phytogeography that explains the region for such distribution of plants. The distribution of plants is mainly controlled by a climatic factor, that is temperature, altitude, precipitation, atmosphere moisture, light intensity and their duration. And the second one, that is type of soil, is also affected, is also controlled by controlled distribution of plants. And biotic factor also control distribution of and establishment of species. Now the phytogeographical of India are also called as botanical regions. D. Chatterjee has divided India into 9 botanical zones, like that the Western Himalayas, Eastern Himalayas, Indus Plain, Gangetic Plain, Central India, Deccan, Western coast of Malabar, Assam, Andaman and Nicobar. Now the first one, that is Western Himalayas. The Western Himalayas is one of the most important botanical region of India, and this region extends from central region of Kumaon to northwest region of Kashmir, and it is further divided into 3 zones, like that sub mountain region, which is a tropical and subtropical area of foothills, and it extends between an altitude of 1200 to 5000 feet, and the annual rainfall is 80 to 200 centimeter, which mainly occur during July to September. And the second one, that is mountain or temperate region, which extends between 5000 to 11675 feet height, and the annual rainfall range from 100 to 200 centimeters, and the winter are cold with abundant snowfall and summers are moderate. And the next one, that is alpine region, which extend up to 1200 to 12,000 to 15,000 feet to snow line, and this alpine region remains covered by snow throughout the year. Now the species which are found in Western Himalayas are Salmelia malvaricum, Surya robusta and Bhutia monosperma. Now the next one, that is Eastern Himalayas. This Eastern Himalayas extends from Sikkim to Assam, and it consists of mountain range from Sikkim to Arunachal. As compared to the Western Himalayas, the Eastern Himalayas possess higher rainfall, sandy snowfall and higher temperature. As a result, vegetation is more varied and abundant. These Eastern Himalayas also divide into further zones, like that sub-mountain zone, temperate zone and alpine zone. The sub-mountain zone, which extends up to an altitude of 5500 feet, and the rainfall is heavy and monoclinic. And the temperate zone, which extend up to 5500 to 11,000 feet. And the next zone, that is alpine zone, which extend up to 11,000 to 15,000 feet below the snow line, and the lower region of this zone possess subalpine forest which constitutes timberline. The species which are found in Terminalia, Stericula, Anthocephalus, Cadamba, and Vohania. Now the next one, that is Indus Plain. This Indus Plain includes state of Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Delhi, and part of Gujarat. The area is plain, arid or sandy with small hillocks found here and there. The climate is very hot and dry in summer and cold in winters, and the rainfall is less than 70 centimeter. And the vegetation which are found in Indus Plain is mainly bushy and thorny. The species which are found in Indus Plain are Acacia arabica, Prosopis species, Salvadora species, or Ziziphus, Jujuba, and Mangifera species, which are found in Indus Plains. Now the next one, that is Gangetic Plain, which are richest vegetation in India, and it covers UP, Bihar, West Bengal, and a part of Orissa, and the annual rainfall is 50 to 150 centimeter, and mainly cultivated lands are found in this plain. There are three regions which are specified in Gangetic Plains, like that: Western or Upper Gangetic Plain, Lower Gangetic Plain, and Sundarbans. The species which are found in Gangetic Plains are dry deciduous forest, which are commonly seen in Gangetic Plain, and the Caperes, Dalbergia, Acacia species, which are also very common in Gangetic Plains. Now the next one, that is mangrove vegetation, is commonly in tidal regions in West Bengal: Rhizophora species, Sonorata species, Acanthus illiifolius, which are also found in Gangetic Plains. Now the next one, that is Central India, which cover Madhya Pradesh and a part of Orissa, Gujarat, and Vindhya. The Vindhyas are low mountain chain in Madhya Pradesh. Weather is hot and humid with a rainfall of 150 to 200 centimeter in most of the places, and teak forests are also present along with other deciduous trees. The common plants are teak, sal trees, and bombax, Maduca indica, Dalbergia, Bonia, Embellica, etc. In dry forest, dry places, thorny vegetation includes species of Carissa, Ziziphus, and Acacia. The next one, that is Deccan. The Deccan includes Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and some southern parts of Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, and Orissa. And the rain is very low, about 100 centimeter, and uneven. Topography of this region is uneven, and it has sandy areas, fertile plains, dry rocks, and wet hills. The species which are found like that, teak forest, are very common, and Pterocarpus, Borassus, Clematis, and Coromandel coast consist of helophytic species. Now the next one, that is islands, which consist Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep Islands. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands located in Bay of Bengal, while the Lakshadweep Islands located in Arabian Sea and consist of 43 small islands. Andaman and Nicobar Islands consist 348 islands stretching about 590 km, and in this zone tropical rainforest is high. Here 86% area is legally under forest. In deciduous forest Terminalia is common and it is recently declared as hotspot because of richness of endemic species. Now, so this is all about phytogeographical regions of India. Now, thank you so much.